to my channel. Today is kind of a sit down heavy kind of a talk, and this is something I've been thinking about filming for a long time, but was pretty unsure about if I wanted to go forward with that. So I am filming it right now, and then we will see if it makes it to the channel. If it does make it to the channel, I mean, that's a pretty good sized decision to make, and it would basically be like my baby, because this is a very vulnerable topic for me, and I just want to put something out there that other people that are struggling with this can find and feel like supported and like they aren't alone, and that they are worthy, and that this is a problem and other people are right there with them. And just as an overall, it's gonna be okay. And with something like this, it's so vulnerable, and I feel like society has us really push it under a rug and not share things like this. And there's a ton of embarrassment based on our culture and what's thought of as beautiful or acceptable. And I just hate that people feel shamed or ashamed for having a problem that they need help with. And that goes along with the fact that we as a society are brought up to think that we should be able to handle everything on our own, and that's just not the case. Like, it's okay to not be okay, and we need to normalize being okay with not being okay, and being able to talk to someone or reach out for help. It's okay to do so, and that doesn't make you weak. It makes you strong. If anything, stronger, because the courage it takes to seek help and be vulnerable and to put things out there is what true courage looks like. So, to introduce what we're talking about today and put it out there, today we're talking about dermatillomania. And this is something that I struggle with a lot and have been struggling with for years. With the current situation of the world right now, and the isolation and the stress of everything, the fear, it's made it reach new heights with my struggles with this. And I know I am not the only one dealing with this. So I hope that if this ends up on the channel, it finds its way to people who are like me, struggling with this and about it. And I hope it can help someone and make you feel like you are worthy and you are not alone. So what is it? What am I talking about? Dermatillomania is also known as skin picking disorder, and it's an obsessive skin picking. And I did write down a couple of quick facts and stats, especially for those of you who are watching who don't really know what this is or would like to kind of learn about what this is. And I know sometimes when I talk about this with people, some people are able to identify it in their loved ones' lives or someone that they know and be understanding. And I think that's the biggest thing, is understanding and compassion, especially if there's someone who is struggling and can't seem to stop picking at their skin, so that they can change their approach to that and be kind and compassionate. So dermatillomania, also known as skin picking or chronic skin picking disorder. I don't really know how to pronounce this word, but it's also called excoriation disorder. Let me know if I said that right. And it's a mental illness related to an obsessive compulsive disorder. So it is characterized by repeated picking at one's skin, which results in skin lesions and causes significant disruption in one's life. So to go back a little bit, it's related to obsessive compulsive disorder. So many people who develop dermatillomania, it's like a branch off of them already having the obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, which is what it is for me. So this develops kind of with my OCD, and they're very related, and it's extremely common for someone to have both of these things. Now, additionally, what I liked about this definition, which it's just the first definition that came up, is it's touching on the fact that it's causing physical damage, but it's also causing a ton of emotional damage, because the disruption in one's life, the effects of compulsively picking at your skin, the aftermath of that can be debilitating. And it can cause you to withdraw and go into a serious rut of a depression, and really, really, really just not want to go out into the world, not want to see anyone. You just want to go into a rock and hide until it's better. And you can quickly cause so much damage, and it's such a short amount of time to create this big problem, but it's going to take longer for that to heal. So the aftermath of that is so drawn out as opposed to the time it took to create the problem. And this is also, it's a body-focused repetitive behavior. So with those types of behaviors, a lot of times therapists will try cognitive behavior therapy in order to treat them, so on and so forth. Now, like OCD, this is a misfiring of the brain, and it doesn't make sense. So with any irrational disorder, anyone who's rational and has a rational thinking mind is not going to be able to grasp or comprehend what you're going through. How many times I have been told, oh, just stop. You just need to stop. Just stop doing that. Well, isn't that just the golden answer? Thank you so much. I don't know why I didn't think of that on my own. It's not that simple. Unfortunately, people with this disorder, they cannot stop. They can't stop. And the best way I can describe it to you is a magnetic force pulling you in, and then you get stuck into translate state, sorry guys, can't talk, state, and you can't break the trance. And there's moments in the trance where you feel completely imprisoned in it, and you just want to cry or scream or shout or yell or have somebody come and rip you away from doing what you're doing, because you can't stop. And this will go on for hours. And when you're in it, there is no concept of time. So you can literally have 7 to 8 hours go by and have it feel like it's been 10 minutes. It's crazy. And then you don't even see what you're really doing until you step back and then see yourself as a whole. And then it's just, it all sets in, like what you did to yourself, and you feel horrible and disgusting, and like you just fell into this ditch of depression. And then it's like you feel so poorly about yourself. It's like, do you even bother trying to climb your way out? Like, or you just stay down there because you just feel so down in the dumps. Like, oh, maybe I belong down in the dumps because I can't even like control myself. Like, I'm inflicting my own issues. But as natural and normal as it is for us to feel that way, we also have to understand that this is a disease and that we can't help it. We can't control it. All we can do is add treatment on top of it and hope that we can identify triggers and lessen the chances that this happens, or increase the time between this happening. And the biggest thing I can say is grace and forgiveness, but mostly grace. Just give yourself grace and understanding that it's okay and you're worthy and you're still worthy and you're worthy any day, anytime, after anything. You are worthy, and that's not changing, and you're deserving of happiness. And this is your fight, and you're never giving up. You're gonna show up every single day. You know, some battles you're gonna lose, some you're gonna win, but you're always gonna show up for yourself because you are worth it and you are worthy. I also wanted to share the statistic of how common this is. So it is estimated that 2 to 5% of the population has this. So it's a small percentage, which is, it adds to it being very tricky to find help for this because there's not a lot of people who specialize in the treatment of this specifically. And I feel like it's important to find someone who does have experience with this in order to understand where you're at and where you're coming from, because it's irrational. It's not like you can just stop. You need to not remove the behavior, but add treatment on top of the behavior in order to try to shift the balance. And because it's just the way your brain's wired, and to just be like really realistic with yourself and understand that like it may happen again at some point, and that's okay. And you're gonna focus on each time learning something, doing something a little bit differently, and waking up the next day, going at it again, giving it another try. And also to remember that at any second you can reset. You don't have to wait till the next day. You don't have to wait until you take a shower. You don't have to wait until any event in your life. All you have to do is ground yourself, be in this moment right here. I'm resetting right now. That simple. Any second, any moment, any time, any day is the opportunity to start new. And you are in control of that. That is your power. That is your superpower, is your grace, your forgiveness, your ability to start again, your ability to try again, and the fact that we're so blessed to have the opportunity to try again. How lucky are we to just even be here, living our lives, and have the opportunity to continually try and try again. That is amazing. We're so blessed. We're so lucky. There's so many things to be grateful for. No matter what you're dealing with, there's so much to be grateful for, thankful for, and never forget it and never take it for granted. And always look over your shoulders, look to the left, look to the right, and remember there are people who love you, and your life is worth living, and you're worthy. And this is just one piece of who you are and what you deal with, and it's even more reason that you are beautiful, and this does not take away from that. Okay, so for all of you listening who are dealing with this, I love you. I am here for you. I support you. You are not alone. You are worthy. You are deserving of happiness, and you are deserving of love, and it's going to be okay. If it's not okay, it's not the end, guys. And how lucky are we that it's not? I mean, think about it that way. I am going to insert a picture of me right before this with no makeup, no filter, no editing. And that's just my reality. That's just my reality of where I'm at in this journey right now. Hopefully, eventually I will have an improvement picture from that. That's my base right now, where I'm starting in my journey at this moment with this. So if this does end up on the channel, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learn something. I hope it's helped someone. I need the feedback though. So give me the comments. Please give me the likes. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're out there, if you're within this 2 to 5%, I need you to comment below so that I know to continue this and to do more videos and to show you the things that I have done, what works for me, and all the things with dermatillomania. So make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for letting me be vulnerable with you. I'll see you next week. Bye.